So what does it begin with? It begins with knowing your why. Nishki said, he who has a why to live with can figure out any how. So what's your big why? Why do you do what you do every day? Why are you even here? You know, a lot of people go to work every day and they're not clear about why what they do matters. It's a really, disengagement is such a massive issue in a lot of organisations, but you are so fortunate. There's such a clear and compelling why. And you know, it's not just about helping women and helping mothers and helping families be more educated and reducing premature birth. It's deeper than that. It's about easing human suffering and creating environments where children and adults and people can thrive. There's such a direct connection, and it's so fortunate to be part of an organisation where you can make that connection. And so often when we think about, well, what is it we have to do? Well, you know, we've got to learn to ride the bike, but why? Why is this important? Why is change important? Keep connected to that big why, because when we change and when we embrace the opportunity of it, we're able to do what we're here to do even better. So being really clear about for the sake of what. Because when you think about taking a risk, having that difficult conversation with someone, making a change, I mean, as I said, we're wired to resist pain, right? We're wired to stay in our comfort zone because, hey, it's comfortable. So we have to be clear about why it is we would take a risk, why we would step out onto new ground. We have to know that there's a purpose, there's something that's more important than the discomfort and the unease and all of the things we'll have to go through. So getting real clarity about why you do what you do. You know, there was a really interesting study that was done a few years ago, and it was about how people see the work they do. Some people just see what they do as a job. It pays the bills. Yep. It doesn't invite you to be particularly courageous. You won't be particularly rewarded if you are. It's utility. It pays the bills. It's a job. Puts a roof over your head. The next category and how people see themselves is a career. Career is something where it taps into more of our passions, our innate talents. We get more rewarded for kind of going the extra mile. We get a sense of success because we're moving up, we earn more money, we've got this nice title or whatever it is. But the people who are the most resilient, the most effective, are those who see what they do as a calling. That doesn't mean to say they don't feel they have a career and it's a job and it does pay the bills. Hey, we need to eat. We want to go on holidays. We want to take care of our family and do things we enjoy. But we feel a sense of true calling and purpose that, you know what, I feel I was born to be doing this in this point of time in my life, that I have something to contribute here. And so I invite you all to think about how you see what you do and how you can be more purposeful in what you do. Because the purpose that you bring to what you do every day doesn't impact just what you do, like you have to do certain things, and sometimes they might be a bit mundane, and sometimes you mightn't feel like doing them, but it impacts and infiltrates, infuses into how you do it, the spirit that you bring to what you do. And having that spirit, that attitude of enthusiasm, and I feel the energy in the room here this morning, that impacts everything. Because if you do something and you don't really, it's the right thing to do, but you're a bit, then you know what? Emotions are contagious. And that filters out to everyone around you that, you know what I'm saying. Anyone here ever met an emotional vampire? You know, you're feeling really good about yourself. And you're like, hey, life is good. I'm here in Florida. And then you go and you talk to someone, they're like, and you just kind of want to walk away and throw yourself off a bridge. They suck the life out of you. Well, the truth is that as human beings, every interaction we have with another human being involves an exchange of energy, positive or negative. And when you're with people who are negative, it's very difficult not to have it kind of just bring you down a little bit. So we have to be so careful to guard our own energy, but we also have to take responsibility for being a positive source of energy for others, for lifting people up, for not complaining about something unless it's to someone who can do something about it, because complaining never solves problems. Action does. And so I encourage you just to think about, what's your why? What is it that lights you up? What is it that gives you a sense of purpose? Because every single person, I believe, is put on earth to do something that no one else can do. Yeah, other people might be able to do this specific thing, but there are opportunities and you have experiences and ways of connecting and touching and moving and transforming and educating in ways that other people will never have that opportunity or won't be able to do it quite the way that you do. So know your why.